to day 3 of the 2024 Governor's Cup, the 57th annual edition of the prestigious Youth International Match Racing Championship, hosted each year by Balboa Yacht Club. We have a terrific lineup of sailors, as we've been telling you all week. I'm your host, Tom Ehman, and we'll get to Christine Gribben, who's sitting with me in a moment. The esteemed Regatta Chair for Life. We have a couple new segments this morning. We're back with Coach's Corner, and we have a new segment called Who's Your Daddy? You think I'm kidding? We do. Gotta have some fun here. We are at Balboa Yacht Club here in Corona del Mar, Newport Beach, California. We've had 2 fabulous days. A little light the first day, beautiful breeze yesterday out on the water. Could be a little lighter today. We'll hear from Dr. Don Becker, our principal race officer, to tell us more about that in a moment. But at this beautiful club, in that tent, in fact, that's a shot from a year ago, but same setup, Christine, right behind us where that well, that's our media wall that's right here behind us on the tent, and that's where we're coming to you live from Newport Beach, California. A lot of people joining in. Thank you for joining us. We'll do this again tomorrow and Saturday morning, plus the live racing Friday and Saturday afternoon, and the press conferences and the prize giving Friday night and Saturday night, respectively. This is day 3. It's Thursday here in California. It's Friday down under, and welcome again to all of you. There's our TV schedule. Again, 11:30 live racing Friday and Saturday, and Friday we often go as long as 5 or even 6 hours live, and most of us can't talk that long. Well, that was a joke. In any event, we've got a bunch of good sailors here today. Let's get on with it to talk about yesterday. We have some superb photographers as usual here. These are from Mary Longpree, who took these shots yesterday of the racing, and I've got a combo of Mary's and Tom Walker's shots from yesterday. Sienna Nichols. That first shot is, who's that? Cole Tapper, right? Who's in second place here in the regatta. Last year's runner-up was in the finals with Jeffrey Peterson. There's Sienna Nichols, the youngest competitor ever in the history of the Governor's Cup at age 15. Her crew are 16 and 17. We'll hear more from her. She'll be interviewed on the stage today. Another great shot. Sienna, who are you racing in that shot? Is that Jeffrey? Yeah. JP's team. Thank you, Denise, for the iced coffee. If I'm less crotonic than usual, it's because of your iced coffee firing me up. There's a nice shot of Sienna and her team as well. Jeffrey and his team. These are all Mary Longpree shots. There's Morgan and his team from across the harbor, Newport Harbor Yacht Club. And a shot of another Newport Harbor Yacht Club entry, though he'll be a freshman at Stanford this year, Dylan C., S-I-H. Dylan, you're and your team down at the bottom of the standings of the leaderboard, but in his first GovCup. At 8, what are you, Dylan, 17? You'll be, when do you turn 18? Come up here, because we're not going to get you on the stage. While we got that picture of you, come up here, right here in the middle, so that Christoph can. This shirt was presented to you at the Meet the Teams on Monday night by Andy Rose. Why?
He was making a little fun of the fact that we have a tree as our mascot, and
at Newport Harbor Yacht Club.
Sorry, what? Oh, sorry, at Stanford.
At Stanford.
My apologies. So at Stanford, our mascot is a tree besides the color cardinal, and it is a very scary tree, though. So
and the claim, you can turn around and show us
the
claim if you want. We rehearsed this.
You better fear the tree.
Fear the tree. Okay, thank you. Dylan C. here at GovCup. I've got one more photo, or a couple more photos. This is Justin. This is your team, right? Justin Callahan. Who are you racing in this shot? Whom? That's Dylan. So we've got Harvard against Stanford. We've also got Yale. We've also got Georgetown. We'll be talking about the universities here, here in the States, which is Not, you know, in the UK there's a bit of uni-sailing, a little bit in Canada, but here in the States, uni-sailing is a big deal, as you probably know around the world. And then we'll have Justin up on the stage. He was the comeback kid yesterday. He was the feature, he and his team, Callahan, were the feature of yesterday's press release. The comeback kid on day 2 of the 57th Governor's Cup. After going 1-5 on day 1, Tuesday, Justin Callahan, USA, went 6-1 on Wednesday for an overall score 7-6, moving him into semifinal contention. Denise's coffee, thank you. One of his wins today, meaning yesterday, Wednesday, left two-time and defending champ Jeffrey Peterson with his first loss of the round-robin series. Peterson still leads the series with a commanding 12-1 scoreline. And he said this quote, "You gotta have confidence in yourself and team," Justin Callahan said on shore after a much better day 2. Quote, "Yesterday was the first day with a new team, and I haven't skippered a match race since last August. We've had great battles every race, win or lose." What a good sportsman. "And one race at a time," said Justin Callahan. There's another shot of his team defeating Jeffrey Peterson yesterday to give Jeff and co. their first loss. Who's this? Morgan Pinckney and Daniel Kemp in a terrific match, also from yesterday. And then Sienna, maybe the match of the day, racing Team Nichols, Josh Hyde. And at Wednesday's pre-race morning show yesterday, GovCup Guru and Steering Committee Chair, and two-time winner, by the way, Andy Rose, USA, said, "I know it sounds cliche, but with the caliber of this fleet, any team can beat any other in any given race." And he was as often, spot on. Often. So that was Andy Rose at yesterday's morning show. Indeed, in last night's press release, final flight, Team Nichols was leading Team Hyde. That's Sienna Nichols against Josh Hyde until a poor spinnaker setting at the second windward mark by Sienna and co. Hyde, hot on her heels, had a perfect set and started to roll over Nichols. She luffed aggressively, and Hyde was slow to respond, resulting in a penalty to Hyde, in fact, 2 penalties, and giving the lead back to Team Nichols, which they carried into the finish. Back at BYC after the day's racing, Nichols said, quote, "It was wild but fun. You've got to give kudos to their team, to Josh Hyde's team, for their boat speed and beautiful spinnaker set at that windward mark. But my crew reacted well, and we did a really quick luff, and that paid off. Definitely stressful, but as I said, fun." So well done to all of you. It was really a terrific day of racing, and what, kind of 9 to 11-ish? Was that tops, Dr. Don Becker? Don will be up here in a minute. I think it got to 11, but bravo Zulu to all of you for a terrific day on the water. Sienna, we're going to have you up on the stage in a moment. There's a shot of you, and there is a shot of that incident at the weather mark, I think, but it was during that race, Sienna Nichols with Josh Hyde's team. Great stuff. By the way, nice ink in today. We don't often get ink in the OC Register, Christine. This is you nicely quoted in there. LA Times, the Daily Pilot, but in today's OC Register, we've got a nice article. GovCup brings top young sailors to compete, and there's 4 of you in that shot above the fold in this morning's OC Register. I got that offline last night. Finally, the score line, thanks to my production assistant, and she's just terrific. She's been working her butt off, Olivia Chalmont. Thank you, Olivia. Shout out to you for all your help. She put you know how they do this Crutonic on the, you can watch, by the way, all of you watching at home, you can see the live updates on matchracingresults.com throughout the day. You can see it live, what's going on. Not the video, but you can see who's beat who's lost. But then there's no consolidated round robin 1 and round robin 2, and we're into race 13 of the total 20. We've done 13, right? Yesterday was flight 13. So this morning we'll start with flight 14 of the consolidated 2 rounds robin, which we'll get to eventually flight 22 tomorrow and maybe, well, tomorrow, before we go into the semifinals. So here's a consolidated score, because they don't do it on matchracingresults.com, despite me, asking them repeatedly to do it. It's for all match racing worldwide. Here are the results, thanks to Olivia. Team Peterson leading on 12-1, Team Tapper 11-2, Team Hyde 9-4, Team Torre 8-5, Team Pinckney also on 8-5. And I don't know, we haven't broken these ties. We've just listed you there, quickly putting that together this morning. As we told you, Team Callahan, after their comeback yesterday, is on 7-6 and in the hunt for a semifinal spot. Team Higgins doing much better than last year on 6-7. Tom and his team from Ireland. Team Daniel Kemp from Australia on 5-8. Team Bernal from Brazil on 4-9. Team McCutcheon, Robbie McCutcheon, on 3.5. There was some scoring penalties there. 3.5 loss points, or win points rather, to 9.5 loss points. Team Nichols, Sienna Nichols team on 2 wins, 11 losses. And Team C, Fear the Tree, is on 2 wins, 11 losses as well. With that, and this terrific group of sailors that we have, Christine, why don't you take it from here? Just to say, however, that 8 of the 12, as we said in yesterday's show, and we'll repeat because it's so significant, why Andy thinks this is arguably the best team of sailors, the best field of sailors we've ever had. 8 of 12 returning from 2023, and fully 5 of 12 age out after this year. The age limit, Christine, is?
They can't have reached their 23rd birthday by the last day of the regatta.
So that's a lot of senior serious sailors here as well, which brings us to this morning's official part of the program, led by our esteemed Regatta Chair, Christine Gribben.
Thank you, Tom. So, guys, great sailing. Only one boat had damage last night, and as soon as that's fixed, we'll get you squared away. I'm sure Greg Newman will have that in his morning report. Lunch boxes, I'm happy to report, are all cleaned out and accounted for. So thank you. It makes my job a lot easier. Does anybody have any questions this morning? No? One other thing to note, we will have beer cans tonight for those of you who would like to sail in them, and we will have you on the dock to do so. Other than that, there will be an optional umpire debrief, and if not tonight, tomorrow morning. So
I think it'll be tough to get that in tonight. So Damien,
well, yeah,
Damien,
if some want to do it tonight, they can, and not go racing.
if somebody wants to do an umpire debrief tonight instead of go in the beer cans.
Yeah, look, we'll be on the water if we have between races. Come and talk to us.
Excuse me. You know the routine. Our esteemed
We
umpire,
can wait till
Damien,
he comes up.
to his report. Are you directing this show or am I?
I'm sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you guys have a fun thing to do this afternoon off the water with the beer can racing. So we don't want to interfere with that. Talk to us on the water. We'll spend as much time as we can. You know, Dr. Don likes to keep things rolling. If there's anything more detail, we can do it on Friday morning before you go out.
Damien, while we've got you, anything else?
Not from me. Any questions from the competitors? Good. Have a great day.
Don't go away, and maybe we can get Christoph to zoom out to a 3-shot here. One other announcement that the umpires have blessed. On Saturday, we have an innovation. Chris Bretschker, who is our executive producer of GovCup TV, has been working hard to provide for the first time ever in this 57th edition, live audio off the finalist yachts. So that's been approved. Whoever gets to the finals, we're going to put a mic on you. I think Chris is going to put them under the tillers in the back, so we can hear, hopefully, the skipper, and if the tactician or any of the crew are shouting at the skipper, we especially want to hear that. If you use an F-bomb, we will fine you a drink in the bar afterwards for Chris Bretschker. And he can drink, let me tell you.
You know what I always tell them, Tom, the guy, especially on Saturday, don't say anything that would offend my mother.
No, seriously, we are going to be miking the finalists, not the semifinals, but the finalists on Saturday. One other innovation that Christine and Damien and I have talked about this morning, and they've both approved. We're not the exact procedures yet, but on Saturday's final series, we're going to have a camera on one of the umpire boats. Okay? So we're going to get up close, in addition to Tommy Spithill, who's on the roving boat with the camera as well. So it's a great innovative coverage. Christine, Damien, anything else?
Nothing
Or
from me.
Damien? Yeah. Good, thank you very much.
And Becky?
Becky Lenhart, racing director here, sailing director at Balboa Yacht Club. Good morning, Beck.
Good morning.
This is the first time we've ever had her on stage, too. No. On stage? She's always
on
been down on the
stage.
heart because she's so shy.
All right, we're going to do the boat draw now. We're going to start in the middle. We'll go with Robbie McCutcheon. Number 1.
Hey, Robbie, excuse me, come back. Come back here. When you come up to do this, don't show your back and your butt to the camera. Turn around, smile at your mom and dad and grandparents, and there you go. Much better. Much better.
Daniel Kemp.
Much better. See if Daniel's is good. So he gets up on the stage.
Number 7. All
Daniel,
right.
that wasn't long enough. Turn around, come back, count to 3, hold it up, count to 3. 1.
I can't say it. Eudaimonia?
All right.
Well done.
Marcello.
Thank you.
Number 3. All right.
That was pretty good.
Morgan.
What does that T-shirt say?
Don't show us. Don't turn around.
I think he's talking about the 3 commentators on Adios on Friday and Saturday.
Oh. Josh Hyde.
Dear. Yeah, we have to have some background music for this. Okay. Well done.
Ah, nicely done.
Nicely done.
Sienna Nichols. You already did it?
No.
Oh.
She's trying. Okay.
Nice. Nicholas Bernal.
Number 12.
12. Cole Tapper. It's okay. Nice.
That's more like
Justin Callahan.
wild applause from the audience. Now, he went to Harvard, but you notice he came from stage right instead of stage left. Bloody hell.
Jeffrey Peterson.
Paul Callahan, if you're watching, come on.
Or Enzo. I mean, number 10.
Do you want to draw again?
Draw again.
And why, Becky, is he drawing again? Because he had it the first day.
Can't do this one either.
Okay.
12.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Both of them were.
Keep drawing till you get the boat you want. That's okay.
Here we go. 5.
Turn to face the camera.
Oh.
And so you're a crouton.
Dylan.
A good crouton, though.
Vote 6. And Tom Higgins. Number 10.
Thank you, Becky.
Okay, Dr. Don Becker, PRO.
Let's give him some wild applause, too. Is it true
morning.
you've been at this, Dr. Don, for 35 years?
Is this on? Yeah, it's on. Yeah, 37. I started when my son first participated in this in '86.
Bloody hell, you're old.
Anyway, I'm getting too old for this.
You're not as old as I am, but you're still old.
I would like to make one quick announcement. I'd like to meet with the coaches over there by Guy right after this meeting for a brief discussion. Weather today is going to be much the same as yesterday. We've already got the westerly coming, as you can see by the flags around us. That's a good sign. My weatherman, Bob Steele, who has not let me down yet, says we're going to have good breeze today and tomorrow and probably a little less on Saturday. And the first warning today is planned for 11 o'clock, and we'll be leaving the dock about the same time we did yesterday, which is just before 10. Okay?
Thank you, Dr. Don. Anything that you want to say about the Mark bots, which is another innovation at this year's...
They're called Mark Set bots. Most of you have seen them. I have done regattas with them before where I've umpired or judged, but I've not been involved with a regatta with race management with them. And I have to say I'm very favorably impressed.
What are the sailors thinking? Any problems? You generally happy? You can show some applause, or you can stand up and shout and scream.
If there's no comments, it's good.
That's generally the case. Thanks, Don. Thank you very much. 37 years on the race. How long chairing? PRO?
Too many to count.
No, but I mean, what, 15, 10, 12?
Pushing 20.
Pushing 20. Bloody hell. Christine, anybody else we need to bring up?
Mr. Greg Newman, please.
Better known as Father Greg Newman. Also, a tough job, arguably the toughest job. This Father Newman takes care of the boats with his team. Morning, Greg.
Good morning, Tom. And I'm really old, too. I've been a member here over 40 years, and I've known Don longer than that. And Don actually helped get me into sailing, so it's been great. Competitors, yesterday was stellar for us to watch. We had a little happy hour in the morning with some ratchets and bungee and stuff, but no kite repairs. That's always good. The conditions got really, really nice in the afternoon, and we enjoyed it. I've been having guest bosuns every day because the normal ones are not around, so I have Trevor today. Please come over and ask for anything you got. Yesterday we had we loaned, even after the regatta, we had some acetone to be delivered. We had a gentleman who busted his pants, and I gave him my belt yesterday. We had.
Did you get a picture?
No, but speaking of pictures, because I forget to remind people that I appreciate you taking care of the boats. We had one small incident yesterday. Randy's going to finish that up right now, but just you guys are doing a great job. No trash in the boats and tying up the boats properly. Take a look. Last night we were a little tight over here, and one of the boats started ramming into the propellers of a nice center console right there. So just be aware. The other thing, Tom, and I know Tyler Walker, who's almost to Hawaii, he would appreciate that.
Oh, we can show that.
Okay.
Tyler Wolk, who's been on your team for years.
Yes.
Is sailing in the Pac Cup from San Francisco to Honolulu.
Yeah, he's leading.
And he approves of that technique.
Yeah, and actually there were 3 boats with proper cleat hitches. So I know that sounds a little
Cleavages?
Weird,
Cleavages.
you got excited by Pink D's shirt, I could see. By the way, Morgan has excellent taste in music, and we discuss it quite often. And I will match you appropriately tomorrow. But looking forward to another great day. You need anything from us, just holler, come on by. And Tom, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Before we lose Greg to he's got a lot of work to do, but could we hear a little bit about we have a sportsmanship award. Does seamanship, does taking care of the boats, does nice dock cleavages and cleatages. Cleatages, is that a word? Dylan, you're at Harvard, or Stanford rather. Is that a word? Or? Not that he's aware of. Is there a sportsmanship award again this year, and how does that work?
We do have a sportsmanship award, and the qualifications will be a vote. I'm not sure by who, but it's usually the PRO, probably Becky, our chairperson, and a couple of other people that are around the regatta. And it's a spectacular award, and hopefully Tom will be here to talk about it.
And the competitors.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for who's doing well, who's treating you right, who's helping you out, and we want to reward those folks. So thanks very much. Have a great day.
Madam Chair for life,
Yes.
as Andy calls you, is there anything else?
I don't see Andy, but I have nothing else. As long as the competitors and sailors don't have anything else.
We are going to do an interview. I think
Yes.
Tommy Spithill has agreed to fill in for Andy, he does have a job. He's a lawyer and
Yeah.
is doing a lot of work this morning so that he can have the rest of I think we're going to get out on the water. I think he's going to come over now and go out on the water so we can watch all of the fine racing this afternoon. But we'll get to that in a moment because, Christine, we have a new segment. I can get Greg's lower third off
Yes.
there. We have a new segment, Commodores, ladies and gentlemen. Renewed, I should say, because we've done this in the past. We have this year's Coach's Corner, and it's been fun in the past. It's been a little dodgy in the past, but this one
is this bloody thing on?
Clean.
Yep. Okay. G'day, everybody. Andy, Tom, Chairlady for Life, Christine Gribben. Hello. My name is Will Bolden, for those of you that don't know me, and for those of you that do, I sincerely apologise. I'm coming to you today from wet, cold, windy Perth. Whoever says it doesn't get cold in Perth is wrong. It was about 2 degrees this morning, or for those separatists in the room, it was about 35 degrees in Freedom Units. We're doing a Coach's Corner, as you can see here behind me. Remotely, of course. I wanted to be at the GovCup this year, but unfortunately I did take a wrong turn on the way to the airport, so I've had to stay home. A few points to note from me for the Coach's Corner this morning. I have been watching very closely. Morgan riding a tricycle at the opening ceremony. Mate, what are you thinking? That is a flag. Please don't ever do that again. Frankie on time to the coach's boat every day so far. That's a flag. Somebody please get that guy to the stag bar. He does not operate well without his nightly drink. Jeffrey undefeated in round robin 1 now. This is a strange one. Normally people would say, well done, Jeff, you're undefeated in round robin 1. I'm actually giving you a flag for that. That is a flag. If you continue this form, I'm going to start calling you Chris Poole. Nobody's going to like that. And then finally here, I've got just Morgan, nothing after it. But hey, I like flagging Morgan, so it's another flag for you, my friend. A little note from me, guys, make sure you enjoy it. As I said, here in Perth, it's cold and miserable. You're going to have the time of your life. You probably already are up there, so thoroughly enjoy it. Good things don't always last forever. So if it's your last year, have fun whilst you can. If you've got more years to come, make friends. You'll form lifelong connections at the Governor's Cup, as have I. Eventually, you'll end up having a real job and real commitments and no time to get to the Gov Cup. Or you could be worse. You could be like my friend Matt Whitfield, and you also have a real job and real commitments and the bonus addition of a real girlfriend, which wouldn't that just be horrible? I'm only kidding, Matt. Emma's lovely. She's a keeper. Marry her. I'm wanting a wedding invite. Finally, from me, I've got a couple of photos here, and I just want to point out that Jeffrey has been doing this now for, I think, 7 or 8 years. And I just want to show everybody where Jeffrey started. I've got a little photo here. Actually, sorry, that's the wrong photo. That's not of Jeff. Here's a photo of Jeff. He started out as a hostess with the lovely Claire Costanzo and team, Harry Price's girlfriend here on the end. And he's done, I think, 7 Governor's Cups since. That was actually my second Gov Cup where I first met Jeffrey. And, mate, you should be commended on sticking at it year after year for such a long time. It's a great achievement. That's about it from me. Guys, enjoy. Cha-cha-cha. Go Sarge. Go Gov Cup. And I'll see you around shortly. Cheers.
Will Bolden, live to tape in the coach's corner. In the coach's corner from Perth in WA. Not to be outdone, we have a submission from Marcello's coach this morning. This looks like a demolition derby, was it, Marcello? Yeah. Why don't you come up here? You could come up here just for a sec. We're not going to interview you formally, but we might get a shot of you here because this was a submission by your coach. I'll go back to it. And he told me, quote, Team Torre, learning some new pre-start tactics. What was this all about? Where was this taken?
This was last year, I think. Yeah, day 2 or 3 last year. We went to the OC Fair to watch the demolition derby there. Which is really fun. We don't have anything like that back home, so
Thank God, bro.
Yeah.
And Adam, who crewed with you last year, is your coach this year.
Yeah. Adam's coaching us this year.
So we can call this the coach's corner.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for Marcello for explaining that to us. And thank you. Where's Adam? Adam, where are you? There he's sitting right next to Marcello here in the front row. Okay. We have a brand new segment. Christine has approved this, right, Christine?
No, I
You
have
haven't
no
approved
idea what's going on.
It's called Who's Your Daddy? A new segment called Who's Your Daddy? We'll do very quick because we want to and you all know what I'm going to say because I've been talking to Cole about this. Cole Tapper from New Zealand. Who's your daddy, Cole? New Zealand? Oh my God, that's terrible. I did that once before. The graphics department was cretonic this morning. And the graphics department doesn't drink. Sorry, Cole, apologize. Who's your daddy? It's Gavin Brady. Look at how much they look alike. We've all been saying that. Okay, so. But then we have another one from Adam. Adam sent me this early this morning, and I woke up to it, and I didn't know what I was looking at because Marcello Torre, who's your daddy? E.T. And that also courtesy of Adam Brandt. Very good. Okay. Christine, do you approve of that? Do you approve?
Sure, yes.
There was another one that I did not use.
It's probably good.
They could go downhill from there. Thank you, Christine Gribben, Regatta Chair for Life, which brings us to our brief, because they're going to dock out in 25 minutes. But we still have time for a 10-minute segment here with our co-commentator. He's going to be on the boat. He's been here coming to GovCup forever. He's the most famous, possibly with the exception of his sister Katie. Certainly he's more famous than his brother Tommy, or than his brother Jimmy, rather. Tom Spithill, Commodores, ladies and gentlemen. Will be on the roving boat. Now, see, he follows directions. Comes up from stage left, so we can get him in the shot. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Tom.
How are you?
Very well, thanks.
When did you get here?
After a beautiful 40-hour trip, I think.
You got
Tuesday.
tied up in that strike,
Yes.
crowd strike, that whole IT madness we had.
That's correct.
Well, we've got 2 interviews for you. Thank you for coming and doing this, filling in for Andrew. The first is going to be with Sienna, who had that amazing weather mark thing with Josh Hyde. So let's please welcome to our stage Sienna Nichols of the USA and Balboa Yacht Club. Sienna, welcome. Good morning. Take it away.
Morning.
Take it away, please.
Well, Sienna, firstly, I don't think I've said hello to you or met you, but I guess welcome to your first GovCup. Is it living up to its expectations?
Yeah, it's fun. The boats are really fun, so that's cool. And the conditions were good yesterday, so that was fun. But yeah, it's been good.
Awesome. And obviously we heard about that the feature race yesterday that you were a part of. Bit of a crew handling error. How did you sort that out amongst your team? Was a quiet word said, or are you improving your boat handling each race?
Yeah, I think that was just kind of like I don't even know what happened. It was just a spin halyard got caught around something, and it was like a freak error. I don't even know what happened, but yeah, basically the spin halyard got caught around, I think, the windward shroud, caught it too late, and then when we went for the hoist, I just heard the guy's stuck and the halyard's stuck, and I'm like, oh god. So then I just was like, okay, there's nothing to do, and I looked back and I saw what felt like the most beautiful spinnaker hoist I've ever seen in my whole life, and then I went for a jibe, and that was that. But yeah, that was not a good boat handling thing from us, but yeah, hoping that doesn't happen today.
Well, the thing to remember, Sienna, when everything's going right, the skipper gets the praise, and when everything's going wrong, you blame the bow. Should we give her more of a grilling, Tom? It's her
One
first
more.
time.
I think.
Okay.
Come on, it's first time on the stage. The youngest competitor in the history of the GovCup. I think 15 years old. We ought to give her one more good question.
Yeah, fair enough. So the pressure's on here. I'll try and channel Andy. Think about the 12 metres and how the America's Cup should be non-foiling again. So, Sienna, is there any matches that you're really looking forward to? Who's your favourite person you think to verse out here, and why?
And beat.
Oh, I don't know. They're all really fun races, I think. Every single one of them is close. It's always fun. I don't know. I think, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I think they're all really fun, honestly. I think my crew likes Morgan the most. I think that's just the most fun one all the time. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite. They're all kind of fun.
Awesome. Well, Sienna, I hope you go out there and just, well, I guess you've got the right attitude. You seem to be having fun, win or lose. So, normally if you're having a good time out there, the results sort of follow.
Yeah, looking forward to today. Just hoping to have another fun day.
Thank you, Sienna. We got one more quick interview before everybody docks out. Sienna Nichols of the Balboa Yacht Club, and our next interviewee, our final interviewee, and then we will get to the dock out, is yesterday's comeback kid sailing at Harvard. He's already a two-time All-American in his freshman and sophomore year, Justin Callahan. Again, following directions this time, coming around to stage left. It's for the cameras, Justin. Thank you.
Awesome. Firstly, Justin, how's it going?
Great to see you again.
You too, mate. So, big day on the water yesterday. And Tom was discussing your match against Jeffrey. What was the secret to that victory?
I think we treated it as a race like no other. We had the same mentality going into every race that just got to get off the line first and take it play by play after that. We had great pre-starts yesterday, thanks to excellent crew work by everyone in front of me. I think that was kind of between Spencer, Michaela, and Trevor did an excellent job really getting the boat around the course. And I think, yeah, race every race the same, and hopefully everything follows.
Oh, awesome. Look, I mean, it's matching up against Jeffrey's always been considered, a quick boat, a quick team. Boat speed wise, do you feel like you guys are on point, or do you feel at times you've got an edge?
Yeah, I was talking about I don't remember who, maybe it was Andy yesterday, talking about the 4 versus the 3. We're still a little underweight, which is great, but we feel that if we have the boat moving with the proper heel and the proper trim, we're just as fast as people with 3 in the light stuff, and then when it gets to the quote-unquote windy stuff and 7 knots or 8 knots, and we're all hiking, we feel great. So just, yeah, like I said, attribute it to all the people in front of me.
Oh, awesome. And look, I mean, it's I briefly saw some footage of you guys yesterday, and you guys obviously moving well through the boat. Is there any wagers or any bold predictions you want to sort of tell everyone at the moment here?
No bold predictions. Most important race is the next one right in front of us, and yeah, we'll see you on the start line and see what happens today. Just keeping the same mentality and race by race.
Tommy Spithill, Justin Callahan, thank you very much. We're going to let the sailors go because they want to dock out in 20 minutes. Thanks again, Tomas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. And just a couple notes here. Go ahead, guys and gals, if you need to get to your boats. We got a lot of comments from people coming in from around the world. Go Nichols. Who's saying that? I'm not sure who that, but a lot of comments coming in. There's John Schaefer checking in from Annapolis. People saying, yay, Olivia the Divya. Y'all are rocking this. Yeah, lots of nice comments. There is Charmaine Wallace, who's cheering for Team Kemp. Nice to see. Serum SC, Go Nichols. Sabrina Herrera, good morning from me and Nikki. Everyone looking great as always. Good luck, racers. Sabrina saying, love that. That's how my mom, Christine, taught me how to coil the line. Lots of good comments, including from Joe Cool. Good job, nicely done. And we want to thank all of you for joining us on this live show on day 3. We will do the same thing tomorrow. Tomorrow on day 4, which of course is Friday, and we have 3 shows tomorrow. 0900 pre-race morning show, 11:30 racing live out on the water, and that could go a good bit of tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon as we wrap up the rounds robin and get into the semis. Then tomorrow night at 1900, 7 p.m., we'll have the semifinal press conference. All 4 semifinalists up here on the stage, interviewed by Andy Rose. And then repeat on Saturday, 0900 pre-race morning show, 11:30 a.m. racing. And that'll be the end of the semis and the finals. And then finally, 1700, 5 p.m. press conference and awards ceremony on Saturday when we will wrap it all up. Thank you for joining us. Our next show is tomorrow morning at 0900. Have a great rest of your day wherever in the world you are, and hope to see you tomorrow morning at 0900 Pacific. Ciao for now.